When I tell you I'm obsessed, I'm like actually like obsessed. I'm baffled. I am confused. Sadness, anger immediately set in. Good morning and welcome back to another video. Well, should I say part 2 of the last video. We're gonna have a little car chronicle because this is just where I can record. Are they coming over here? One sec. All right, don't know what they're doing, but anyways, so I want to say like 4-month post-op, and this is how we're looking. So side, front, so yeah, when I tell you I'm obsessed, I'm like actually like obsessed. Like I couldn't have asked for a better job. My smile still seems a little weird because I'm just like not used to, I don't know, it's still like rock solid, but I don't think it's gonna soften. I think that's just how it's gonna be. But let's just get into it. Let's get into the fun stuff. So I took some notes just so I have like key points of what I want to talk about. So one thing I will say is the first mistake was thinking I'm going to be traveling like all over. So we booked our flights like, ooh, we get to stop in London, and then on the way back we get to stop in Austria. Yeah, that was a terrible idea because on the way back we thought it'd be a good idea to travel back and explore Austria. Bro, when I tell you I was exhausted, like I was exhausted, mate, like so tired, and literally had to stay in the airport for like an entire night. So yeah, that was not fun. And all the YouTube videos that I was watching, I was like, oh, they got their ribs taken out, like cool. They're walking around the next day, and I'm like, how? So let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. So we get there. Firstly, I'm not able to record anything, which was like annoying because I've seen other YouTube videos where like they're recording their consultation, they're recording their cast removal, and they're like, yeah, no, we're recording, we're gonna take our own videos, so obviously you had to like sign and give consent, like, oh, you can take my pictures like on the table and everything, and like all that, and like the before and afters. Yeah, so am I in the middle? I feel like I need to back up a little. Okay, so we get there and it's surgery day, and I'm expecting to go into my consultation, go into this beautiful office that they have. No. Have our like last minute consultation like right before surgery, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. Like, I don't want a Barbie nose, I don't want like a big drastic change. And he's like, cool, yeah, no problem, we can get like as close to that as possible. We had our coordinator who was speaking English, and we had the assistant who was also speaking English. First thing was we're signing papers and nothing is in English, and we're like, oh, do you have like an English version? No, just sign. And I'm like, baby girl, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, just sign it. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get my translation app, one of my Google apps, took pictures of everything. I'm like, I need to know what I'm signing because there's no way that you don't have an English version of this that we can sign. So yeah, that was like number one. And then so yeah, we go, He's like, oh yeah, yours is gonna be first. It'll be about like 4 hours. Cool. And there, mind you, they're telling you don't eat before, take off all your nails, like don't have long nails, don't wear any jewelry, da 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 da. So I'm thinking, oh, it's because they have to monitor me and put me under the little finger thing that, you know, your heart rate and all that. So I'm up, cool. Doctors are wheeling me into the elevator, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I was speaking with the coordinator. I was like, are you gonna be in the room? Because she speaks English. So I'm like, oh, you're gonna be in the room? She's like, yeah, I'll be with you the whole time, da da da. And waiting to get hooked up and everything. Oh, baby, rewind. So they come to put IVs in, and I'm literally looking down and I'm like, dude, I'm dripping blood. Like it is leaking. And my whole white blanket is red. And I'm like, excuse me. I think something's going on here. Like wasn't put in right, or I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm leaking. So yeah, they came and like cleaned it, tightened it. I don't know what they did. Oh my God, I hate needles. I hate even thinking about it. But yeah, so fast forward. We're in the elevator. It's mind you, it's like a steel box. So it's like creepy. And we're in the elevator. The doctor pushes me in, and then a female comes in, and they don't speak a lick of English, mind you. And going into this, I knew that the English or the language barrier was going to be a thing. So, but I'm like, assuming that they know just a little bit, you know what I mean? Some kind of communication. So we're in the elevator, and I'm like waiting for the elevator to take me out and bring me to like the operating room. Bro, the woman comes in, and like I'm thinking she's adjusting my my bandages, and yeah, no. 1 second, my camera's overheating. So yeah, I'm thinking the bandages are getting adjusted. No, when I tell you she's administering the anesthesia right then and there, did not know what was happening. So I'm getting wheeled out the elevator, and I'm like feeling hella drowsy. I'm like, whoa. Mind you, this hits you within 10 seconds. So I see the elevator doors open, and then they're wheeling me out, and it's a lights out, donezo. I was like, what the just happened? And I wake up in the steel elevator, bro. I'm like, what? It feels like 10 minutes went by. Mind you, it was 4 hours. And I'm out of it. I'm baffled. I am confused. I am like, what? Like, bro. Wake up in the steel elevator with the same people. I'm like, bro, did I get my surgery? Like, what just happened just now? I can laugh about it now, but in the moment, that was crazy. Like, that was just a wild, unexpected experience. Like, it's hilarious now. Like, looking back, I'm like, ha ha ha. Like, my obsessed with my results would not change. My doctor would at all. Obsessed, love him. But this was wild. Okay, so right after surgery, I was free. Like, I've never experienced this amount of cold. Like, I was freezing. Like, when I tell you, I was like shaking. Like, teeth were like chattering, bro. Having a whole conversation. Like, I was literally like freezing. No one understands me. I'm like, you could kind of put 2 and 2 together and realize like, hey, she's freezing. So I'm literally like, freezing, and wheeling me away. I'm like, I'm freezing. Wheeling me to my room, bro. And mind you, I had to get my ribs taken out. So usually what I see in movies and TV shows, and what I'm assuming most doctors do, is they'll have the nurse on one side and the doctor on the other side, and they'll like lift the sheet and transfer you to the other bed. No, relocating, and the sun's going down now. So yeah. So yeah, they are like, oh, go on the bed. And I'm like, hi, you just took my ribs out, so I'm gonna need some help. No. They're like, you got this. Bed. Mind you, I'm like, that's the only word they're saying. They're just saying bed. They're like, bed. So I'm like, like, I'm sitting up on my own, transferring myself to the other bed. And I'm like, this is like this isn't happening. I'm hungry. But don't worry. My mom's cooking Easter food right now as we speak. That's another reason why it's so loud in there. There's music playing. We were just like taking pictures. And we did a lot of stuff today. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna record this video in my car. So yeah. What is this? I'm trying to think what other key points I want to make. Then but wait, there's more. You thought I was joking? No, there's more. So I'm like, hey, like anyone who knows me knows that I have to use the bathroom often, like a lot, like in the short span of time. Like I have to use the bathroom a lot. So I'm like, excuse me, like I have to use the bathroom. I'm pretty sure they do this for like some procedures, but I'm like, you could have gave me a walker or something to walk myself to the bathroom. That's 10 steps away. But yeah, rolled my ass over, mind you, with my ribs, rolled my ass over and put a bucket under me. And they're like, go ahead. And I'm like, I'm sorry? They're like, go ahead. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, what if I had to, not do a number one? You know what I mean? But yeah. So 15 minutes goes by. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, bro, they hate me. Like, they literally fucking hate me. I'm like, excuse me. Yeah, I have to use the bathroom again. Again, roll over. I was like, you know what? The third time, I was like, F this. I was like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm not going to, and I can't reach to, clean myself properly. So luckily we had someone else with us and she was my savior and was like, I got you. We got super close, you know what I mean? In ways that I didn't think we would. So yeah, shout out to her. But yeah, I was like, this is actually insane. Like, this isn't really happening. Like, this isn't real. But yeah. So that was my little story time. Everyone in Turkey was super nice though. I will say that. Like, when we went out to shops and stuff, everyone was making jokes. Oh, did you guys get in a fight? Oh, what happened to your nose? Oh, I wouldn't get one too. Like, stuff like that. Like, ha ha ha. You know what I mean? I got this there. Gorgeous. And then I got this amazing vanilla perfume. It smells amazing. Are you kidding? Would I go back to Turkey to visit? 100%. 1000%. I didn't get to do much at all because I was so out of it and I just wanted to be back in the States and go to bed and sleep. That's all I did was sleep. So I would highly recommend Turkey. I would recommend this surgeon for sure because he did an amazing job. That was just my personal experience. I'm pretty sure he has hundreds of other experiences. Like, I've seen people coming in after me get a consultation, like, in his fancy office. Like, I've seen YouTube videos where, like, they record their own content. So I think that was just my personal experience. But experience aside, like, his work, phenomenal. A+. I would recommend him to anyone who's ever thought about or thinking about getting any kind of plastic surgery or hair transplant. Like, he's amazing. But yeah, that was one for the books. And I will always remember that. But yeah, that is like my biggest kind of recap I wanted to talk about, my little story time. But yeah, I'll probably add like little clips of like little things I forgot to mention. So if this video kind of seems all over the place, and that's like because I took like 50,000 takes because my camera kept overheating because the sun started going down. I tried to record one indoors. So yeah, if I forget to say something or something gets brought up when I'm editing, I'll probably just throw a clip in there. So that's kind of why it'll be kind of like a little bit all over the place, you know. Okay, because my camera kept overheating. I'm going back to my notes just to make sure I'm touching base on everything. I'm able to raise my arms whatsoever. Like, it was like the first day I was like, oh, I don't feel anything. Day 2, yeah, everything set in. everything was setting in. So right after surgery, they tell you try not to sneeze, like you can't eat or drink. Mind you, I am dying of thirst. But yeah, supposedly if you drink, you'll throw up. So I was like, luckily I did not drink water. But I started uncontrollably sneezing over and over. I felt like I was ripping out my stitches. Like when I tell you, this was so painful. And then my rib, because it's like, you know what I mean? You have to like inhale deeply and then let it out. So when I was inhaling, oh my, yeah. And anyone who knows me knows I sneeze like repeatedly, like at least 3 times in a row. So having something like in my nose, I think was like irritating me. Like even though they tell you to trim your nose hairs, like you know what I'm saying? Like it just like makes you need to sneeze like constantly. Couldn't do any skincare, not a single lick of skincare. When I tell you the amount of pimples I had on my face, I've never experienced that in my life. I was like, what is happening right now? I don't think it was till like day 3 that I was like walking around the hotel as like my exercise, because I would be winded, like out of breath, like I have to walk super slow. Mind you, my eyes were like almost shut, so I could barely see. The food though, fantastic, phenomenal, amazing. Food was amazing. The room service was extravagant. Like when I tell you, it was amazing. Let's see. One thing, the communication between the coordinator was amazing. Like I will tell you that. Like every time I wrote to her, she responded. Like the transportation, amazing. Like having our driver pick us up, bring us to our appointment, bring us back, pick us up from the airport, bring us to the airport. Like that stuff like was phenomenal. When I tell you, the only experience that was like was my elevator experience, the consultation experience, etc. But besides that, overall, it was a great experience. Hotel was amazing. We stayed at a hotel with other people who had surgeries. So there was like people walking around with casts or like hair transplants. Like it's like you weren't feeling like people were staring at you. Unlike Austria. We're not gonna get into that though. So yeah, we walked around, did some shopping. That's when we went to the mall and stuff and got like souvenirs. And then I had some perfumes. Oh my god, it smells so good. What else? I'm gonna try and insert like a rib pic of how it's looking and how it's healing. So yeah, they'll give you a bunch of meds. They'll give you a bunch of scar cream to put on. Like you have to like do this daily. Cast removal. Let's talk about cast removal, which is where the vlog ended previous to this one. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Cried my eyes out. Be ready to experience face dysmorphia. When I tell you be ready to experience face dysmorphia if you ever plan on getting any type of rhinoplasty, aloplasty, anything. To looking in the mirror and seeing like my original face, my natural face, and then seeing something foreign, mind you, completely swollen. So I'm sitting here like, what did I just do? What did I just spend my money on? What did I go through all this pressure, pain for it to look like this? Bro, when I tell you I was bald. Anger set in. Sadness, anger immediately set in. I was like, yeah, she kept saying it's swollen. I'm like, I hate it. This needs to go now. Someone needs to come fix. Like, I was like having a meltdown, like a panic attack. So I went to cast removal and took the cast off, and I was like, what is happening? Results until like, I want to say I didn't start seeing mine until like 3 months, 2.5. And I was like, oh, that's when the swelling started. And I was like, ooh, now that I'm 4 months, baby, I love her. I'm obsessed. But I was like, yeah, I'm not vlogging anymore. Are you kidding? I'm pissed. I'm F this vlog. Like, are you, what? But yeah, so that was where that ended right there. But I will say, amazing experience. My camera is overheating again. I'm indoors. Really super long. I don't really want to keep talking about, you know, this because, you know, it's over, it's done with, cool, love it, obsessed. So yeah, anything that I probably missed or left out, I'll put like a big long note at the end so you can read through that. Or if anyone has any questions, you know, should be a little comment in the comment section. Be all for today's second part of this vlog. I know this feels kind of rushed, it kind of feels all over the place, but my camera keeps overheating. I don't want to keep mixing different clips in. And yeah, the main part was in part 1, so this was just kind of more of like just to show you how it looks after. So yeah, that is all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped a little bit. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.